Stan, are you sure we shouldn't go with them? The seawall could break any minute.
For the last time, we'll be fine. We have weeks of supplies, and the house is completely watertight.
How do you know that?
Remember when everyone was worried about anthrax and dirty bombs a few years ago, even though they should be far, far more worried about it now? Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
My story has scared every president since Truman, 47. You don't have to hear this.
No, I want to hear it more.
10 centuries ago, the Mayans were so afraid that their calendar stopped on the exact date that my story begins. December 22nd, the year 2012. Where our own secret government will be hiding when it all comes down.
Oh, I'm really excited. It's almost Halloween. I can actually finally walk around outside without having to wear my smelly human mask. Almost. In fact, all the dogs out there, we should all take our masks off and run around and scare all the humans. They'll never suspect a thing. So when they're running around wearing their masks, we'll have our masks off. Trick or treat.
God does not save people. We do. Science can justify everything you claim God has done. When people get sick with illness or disease, it's medicine that saves them, not God. I watch good, honest people die every day. Where's God then? No, it's a nice fantasy. It's not real. It's just a way to keep people from dealing with reality. It's a lie.
What if when you die here, you really die? It's your chance to find out if you're really God, or just a bunch of circuits with a bad haircut.
It's not a fate of dying.
Somebody's programmed you with a fairy tale of God and streams and life ever after, but somewhere in that hard drive that you call a brain is a beeping message. Error. Error. Does not compute. I don't have a soul. I have software. If I die, I'm gone.
So, the virtual world that we created in here must be affecting the real world out there.
How is that even possible, right? It's a game. It's not programmed to do any of this.
It's not by itself unless it's messing with some other kind of tech. Super photon generator.
It's the only thing with enough photovoltaic potential to extend the holographic projection throughout the time.
That and their supercharged battery.
Mom's gonna kill me. So, what do we do now?
Turn it off.
Oh, wait. What happens to them? You know what I mean? What happens to characters in a video game when you shut it down?
They shut down too.
In the blink of an all-seeing eye, it's that time of year again. A new batch of celebs will step into the Big Brother house to bare their souls and probably plenty else besides.
Why? What's happening?
The Earth's rotation is slowing.
We're getting unusually...
What time is it?
It's after midnight.
Why is the sun still out?
And we've already seen 5 disasters: heat wave, dead birds, red water, tornadoes, and ice spears. There's 7 more to go.
The new year begins. All quiet and still. January brings a bitter winter chill.
January, a dark, icy wasteland that freezes the mind. Whatever you do, don't get caught in the cold.
Red warning from the Met Office, parts of South Wales in particular. Take action because there really will be some nasty weather on the way through the morning.
And now we want to tell you about the winter blast hitting the southern United States, wreaking havoc on highways. In effect, the weather is upside down on the weather map tonight. Normally temperate southern cities, places like Jackson, Mississippi, are facing more snow than Chicago. And ABC's meteorologist Ginger Z is tracking that.
It's the first winter storm of the season for many in the South. And it's been a disaster on the roads. In Mississippi, up to half a foot of snow fell in some places, making it nearly impossible to drive. The snow caused dozens of accidents from Alabama to West Virginia.
I feel like we're not prepared for it like most other states.
In eastern Tennessee, the fresh winter white slowed traffic to a crawl. Students at the University of Alabama turned the rare scene into a campus-wide snowball fight.
I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, so I'm not used to the snow, I'm used to sun.
Tonight, winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings stretch from the Carolinas through Maryland. And areas like Raleigh, North Carolina could pick up more than 3 inches of snow.
Now, this much snow in that part of the South is a big deal. You're about to see some fun video from Brandon, Mississippi, where they picked up just about 1.5 inches of snow, having a lot of good times with that. But this is overall, in the season, about 2 times what they normally see.
Some weather, huh?
Yeah, snowpocalypse.
Never thought the world would end in snow.
Yeah, I always pictured more of like a fiery one than
like a meteor.
Yeah, meteors are cool.
Here we are, snow. Well, gotta head back to work.
Yeah, me too. Hey, isn't it weird that we still have jobs in the snowpocalypse?
Gave a memorable name for a storm that will be remembered for ages.
Snowmageddon. Here in DC.
Doomsday is coming.
And it's down to you, the rebellion, to stand up and fight. In the future I come from, Big Ben is now Big Dave. The calendar has been completely rewritten. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you get the idea. All house pets have been replaced with taxidermy versions of themselves.
I still don't get how a TV channel could take over the world.
No one knows exactly, but we do know it began with an explosion of high-quality entertainment. But be warned, Dave will send back a spy to infiltrate our rebel army. This intruder could blend seamlessly into any environment.
But we still have over 20 million shots of Tamiflu for the swine flu that never hit. Russian flu's been around forever. Michael.
According to our research, the H1N1 pathogen, this new strain, is about to mutate and will have potential for mortality rates in the hundreds of thousands. We've made a thorough report.
And we don't agree with it. Neither does the WHO or the Geneva Medical Institute. Look, food prices are rocketing. There are riots on the streets of Sydney. No one's thinking about flu.
We're actually saying that the tsunami that killed, what, like hundreds of thousands was the American military testing a weapon. You're fucking mental.
It's called a tsunami bomb. A strategically placed nuke on the seabed. Technology's existed since World War II.
You fucking mental, Wilson.
Think about it. We're living on a planet with dwindling resources. Do you even watch the news, Ian? I don't drink tea. Caffeine was invented by the CIA.
Once the virus has eaten away the dead flesh, then when they come in.
Making use of it, yeah.
These nanogenes, they're not like the ones on your ship. This lot I've never seen.
Appearing out of thin air on distant planets.
Sounds like magic.
Well, we would be magical to Stone Age people.
I am calling for light, for transparency, an end to secrets. Alphas exist. They are among us. And by sharing this truth, it will become evident that it's time for everyone to open their eyes, open their minds.
The new year begins. All quiet and still. January brings a bitter winter chill.
January, a dark, icy wasteland that freezes the mind. Whatever you do, don't get caught in the cold.
The force of these nuclear warheads should be enough to ensure sufficient disintegration. And the explosion should redirect any remaining debris.
What happens if it doesn't work?
Thank you so much for coming.
Of course,
We never stood a chance. This is the technology of the gods.
Don't worship me, I'd make a very bad god. Wouldn't get a day off for starters.
You call this control? Since they put us under the DHS, we put 5,000 non-contagious people into quarantine. In the middle of the biggest catastrophe since the Ice Age, the secretary of the DHS wants to detain the sick instead of fight the disease.
We